What if the world you swear is real? Your desk, your dreams, the ache in your heart, is all a shimmering illusion. Could everything you touch, see, and feel be a projection of your own mind, a cosmic sketch drawn by your thoughts? What if you weren't just live in reality but hold the power to sculpt it, like a painter splashing colors across the universe? These questions aren't just mind games. They're the spark igniting a declassified CIA study called the Gateway Process, a secret project that claims to unlock the mechanics of existence itself. Imagine discovering you're not a passenger in life but a co-creator of the cosmos. Let's plunge into this wild, reality-shifting journey, weaving together cutting-edge science, ancient mysteries, and the untapped potential pulsing within you. By the time we're done, you might not just see the world differently, you might start rewriting its rules. Picture reality not as a fixed stage but as a living, vibrating tapestry, woven from threads of energy you help spin. Every thought you have is a brushstroke, every emotion a hue, blending with a universal field to paint what you call real. The rustle of leaves, the buzz of your phone, the flutter of excitement before a big moment. These aren't solid things or isolated events but patterns of energy, tuned by your consciousness. This idea, known as the holographic universe, isn't a mystic's daydream. Physicists like David Bohm and Carl Pribram have argued the universe behaves like a hologram, where every speck contains the blueprint of the whole. Your brain, with its 86 billion neurons dancing in intricate waves, acts like a cosmic antenna, dialing into frequencies to craft your slice of existence. To make this tangible, think about how your inner state shapes your outer world. Ever had a day when you felt unstoppable? The sun seemed brighter, conversations flowed, opportunities appeared like gifts. Now recall a time when doubt took hold. Traffic crawled, words stumbled, and life felt like a slog. Same planet, different you. That's your mind projecting, not just observing. The holographic universe suggests reality bends to the frequencies you emit. Fear tightens it. Love opens it wide. This isn't a self-help platitude. It's a clue to how deeply you're entangled with the cosmos, a spark of the infinite wearing a human suit. Let's wrestle with a question that feels like staring into the void. Can your mind reach beyond the everyday to touch hidden realms of existence? In 1983, the CIA dared to explore this, launching the Gateway Process, a study so audacious it sounds like it leapt from a sci-fi script. Declassified in 2003, this document isn't a dusty archive. It's a treasure map to consciousness. Partnering with the Monroe Institute, founded by Robert Monroe, a radio executive turned explorer of out-of-body experiences, the CIA wasn't chasing spy games. They wanted to know if humans could access dimensions beyond time, space, and the physical world. Participants didn't just meditate in sterile rooms. They reported visiting far-off places without moving, sensing universal patterns, even glimpsing what the study calls the absolute, an infinite energy sea connecting all things. What makes this project a lightning bolt is its core idea. Your mind doesn't just see reality, it builds it. Imagine your consciousness as a cosmic projector, casting scenes onto the universe's screen. Every thought is a frequency, every emotion a vibration, shaping what unfolds. Quantum physics offers a glimpse of how this might work. Entanglement shows particles stay linked across galaxies, reacting instantly to each other's state. Could your intentions ripple through the quantum field, nudging possibilities? Think of those uncanny moments when you knew something, like who's texting before you look. That's your mind grazing the field, catching signals most of us miss. To bring this closer, let me share a story from my own life. A few years ago, I stood at a fork in the road. A safe job that drained me or a risky leap toward a dream. One night, feeling trapped, I tried a visualization trick I'd heard about. I pictured myself thriving in the new path, feeling the rush of purpose, hearing the hum of a life aligned. It wasn't just daydreaming. It felt like planting a seed in the universe. Over weeks, things shifted. A colleague offered advice. A project clicked. Doors creaked open. Was I bending reality or just seeing what was always there? The gateway process bets on the former, offering tools to make this intentional. How do these tools actually function? One pillar is hemispheric synchronization, or Hemi-Sync. Your brain's two halves, logical left, creative right, often work slightly out of sync like musicians playing different tempos. Hemi-Sync uses sound frequencies, like binaural beats, to align them, creating a state where perception expands. It's like tuning a radio to a hidden station. Static clears, and you hear layers of reality you didn't know existed. Participants described vivid experiences, solving problems without effort, sensing events before they happened, even feeling merged with something vast and alive. This isn't woo-woo. It's your brain unlocking a wider bandwidth. Another technique is deep meditation, which silences life's noise, letting you tune into subtler signals. In these moments, the line between you and everything else blurs. You might sense why a friendship keeps faltering or glimpse a new career path. The study also explored resonant tuning, chanting sounds to align your body's energy with the universe's, like humming in tune with creation. Then there's patterning, where you project intentions into the quantum field. Want to ace an exam? Visualize it vividly, feel the confidence, and send that vision outward. Participants reported startling results. Physical healing, creative breakthroughs, even flashes of precognition. Let's step back to see how these ideas echo through history. The gateway process didn't invent this. It's a modern lens on ancient truths. Tibetan Buddhists meditate to navigate the bardo, a fluid realm where thoughts shape reality. Vedic sages called the world Maya, an illusion molded by perception. Plato's cave allegory warned we're seeing shadows, not the full truth. Egyptian priests believed the mind could touch divine realms, shaping fate. Aboriginal Dreamtime stories say reality is a song sung by conscious beings. Norse seers used trance to glimpse destiny's threads. These aren't myths, they're early maps of consciousness, pointing to the same truth the CIA stumbled on. What's exhilarating is how these insights dovetail with science today. Quantum mechanics shows particles don't decide their state until observed, suggesting your mind helps choose reality's path. The double-slit experiment proves observation alters outcomes. Electrons act like waves or particles depending on how you look. Neuroscience reveals meditation rewires the brain, strengthening the prefrontal cortex for focus and the insula for empathy. Even biology chimes in. Your nervous system is a web of energy, vibrating at frequencies that shift with your state: calm, stressed, inspired. The gateway process builds on this, using sound, breath, and intention to tune your system, like calibrating an instrument for a cosmic orchestra. To ground this, let's try a thought experiment. Close your eyes and picture a mountain. See its snowy peaks, feel the crisp air, hear the wind. Your mind just built a mountain from nothing. No rocks needed, yet it felt real. Now scale that up. Every day, your mind constructs your world, not from scratch, but from energy patterns you select. Ever had a day that spiraled? You oversleep, snap at a friend, lose your wallet, and life feels cursed. That's your mind projecting a low-frequency pattern, pulling more chaos. Now imagine flipping it. You pause, breathe deeply, and visualize a day of ease. Meetings spark ideas, stress fades. By shifting your frequency, you dial into a reality where solutions bloom like flowers after rain. Let me share another slice of life to show this in action. A friend, Javier, was drowning in stress last year. Work deadlines, a breakup, no light at the tunnel's end. He found Hemi-Sync recordings online and started listening for 20 minutes nightly. At first, it was just calming, but soon he noticed shifts. He'd get hunches about which projects to prioritize, and they'd succeed. He visualized mending ties with his ex, and one day they met for coffee, parting as friends. Javier doesn't call it supernatural. He says it's like learning to hear the universe's rhythm. The gateway process formalizes this, turning intuition into a skill you can sharpen. Now, let's explore why this feels bigger than personal wins. The holographic universe implies every mind is a facet of a cosmic mosaic, reflecting the whole while adding its unique shade. Your hopes, fears, and dreams don't stay in your skull. They ripple outward, subtly shaping the shared world. Think of history's pivots. The Renaissance, civil rights, space travel. They began with people projecting visions, beauty, justice, exploration, and reality bent to match. The Gateway document calls this co-creation, where you're not a pawn but a partner in the universe's dance. To dive deeper, consider what a hologram really means. In a physical hologram, every piece holds the entire image, just from a different angle. If the universe is holographic, your consciousness carries the whole cosmos, filtered through your lens, your beliefs, traumas, aspirations. The holographic principle, championed by physicist Leonard Susskind, suggests all information about a space is encoded on its boundary. Apply that to reality. Your mind isn't just in the universe. It's a portal to its essence, decoding and projecting at once. The Gateway process helps you refine this, like polishing a mirror to see the infinite more clearly. Let's make this practical with another scenario. Say you're facing a tough conversation with a parent, a partner, anyone. Normally, you might brace for conflict, your mind looping through worst-case scenes. That's a projection, and it often pulls tension your way. Instead, try this. Before the talk, sit quietly for 5 minutes. Picture it unfolding with respect and clarity. Feel the calm, hear the understanding. You're not just rehearsing, you're patterning, aligning your frequency with harmony. I've done this before big pitches, and it's eerie how often the room shifts, as if everyone catches the vibe. Let's try another angle to see this in action. Imagine you're planning a trip but money's tight. The usual instinct is worry. Bills pile up, doubts creep in, the dream fades. That's your mind projecting scarcity. Now try a Gateway-inspired approach. Each night, visualize the trip in detail. Feel the breeze, see the sights, taste the food. Hold the excitement, not the fear. Last summer, I did this for a getaway I couldn't afford. Out of nowhere, a freelance gig popped up, covering the exact cost. Coincidence? Maybe. But the Gateway process suggests it's your mind nudging the quantum field, tilting odds in your favor. Why does this feel so urgent in 2025? We're at a crossroads where reality feels fragile. Artificial intelligence crafts illusions indistinguishable from truth. Virtual reality blurs out there and in here, and social media shapes perceptions faster than thought. If reality is a projection, what happens when tech hijacks our projectors? The Gateway process is a wake-up call to stay conscious creators. Look at our challenges: climate chaos, cultural divides, mental health crises. These aren't just external. They reflect our collective frequencies. What if millions tuned their minds to resilience, empathy, or ingenuity? Could we project a world that heals? The study says yes, but it starts with you. Let's dig into the science, because it's wild how much backs this up. Neuroscience shows meditation doesn't just soothe, it reshapes your brain. The prefrontal cortex, tied to planning, and the insula, linked to intuition, grow stronger. Quantum experiments like the double-slit test prove observation alters outcomes. Electrons shift from waves to particles based on how you look. Non-locality suggests connections defy space and time, hinting mind and matter aren't separate. Even your biology plays a role. Your nervous system vibrates at frequencies that shift with your state. Relaxed, frantic, inspired. The Gateway process uses sound, breath, and intention to tune this system, like aligning strings for a cosmic symphony. To see how ancient this is, let's journey further back. Mesopotamian mystics used chants to touch divine realms, believing will shape fate. Chinese Taoists saw reality as a flow, guided by inner harmony. Celtic druids entered trances to weave the world's threads. These aren't fairy tales. They're early guides to consciousness, pointing to the same truth the CIA explored. You're not apart from reality. You're its co-author. The Gateway techniques, meditation, Hemi-Sync, visualization, are modern echoes, polished by science but rooted in timeless wisdom. Let's try another example to anchor this. Say you're stuck on a creative project, a painting, a proposal, anything. Normally, you'd force it, but the block tightens. Instead, try a gateway trick. Lie down, play a binaural beat track, free ones are online, and relax. Picture the block as a locked gate, then see it swinging open, ideas rushing like a river. Don't push, just feel the flow. I've used this for blog posts, and it's like the words arrive unbidden. The study explains why you're syncing your frequency with creativity's pulse, letting answers rise naturally. Let me share one more story to show the stakes. My cousin, Lena, hit rock bottom 2 years ago. Job loss, health scare, no hope. She started meditating almost as a last resort using free apps. At first, it was just a pause, but soon she began visualizing a healthier, happier life. She'd picture running again, laughing with friends, feeling strong. Slowly, things shifted. A doctor adjusted her treatment. A friend offered a job lead. Her energy returned. Lena says it wasn't luck. She felt like she was rewriting her story. The gateway process gives a name to this, offering a framework to make it deliberate. Now, let's tackle a skeptic's question. Is this real or just hyped up hope? The gateway process isn't gospel. It's an experiment. The CIA didn't prove consciousness creates reality, but their participants, rigorously monitored, reported experiences no placebo could fake, like describing distant places with chilling accuracy. Science is catching up. Meditation studies show it boosts brain coherence, reducing stress hormones. Quantum ideas like non-locality blur the line between mind and matter. You don't need to buy it wholesale, just test it and see. Let's explore one more practical angle. Say you're facing a big decision. Move to a new city, change careers, anything scary. Normally, fear kicks in, clouding your judgment. That's your mind projecting uncertainty. Instead, try this each morning. Spend 10 minutes visualizing the choice working out. See yourself settling in, thriving, feeling at home. Hold the joy, not the doubt. When I moved cross-country, I did this daily. Against odds, the right apartment appeared. Friends welcomed me, and it felt meant to be. The gateway process suggests you're aligning with possibility, not forcing it. Why does this matter beyond you? The holographic universe means we're all connected, each mind a thread in a vast web. Your kindness, your courage, your vision, they don't just lift you, they ripple to others. Think of global shifts, clean energy, social justice, medical breakthroughs. They started with people projecting better futures, and reality followed. The Gateway document calls us co-creators, not spectators, urging us to shape a world worth living in. Let's circle back to the science one last time, because it's too rich to ignore. Brain scans show meditators have thicker gray matter in areas tied to awareness. Quantum field theory posits a sea of potential underlying reality, responsive to observation. Your heart even plays a role. Its electromagnetic field, measurable feet away, shifts with your emotions, hinting at a body-wide projector. The Gateway process harnesses this, using techniques to align your whole being with the universe's flow. To wrap this in history, consider medieval alchemists. They didn't just seek gold, they aimed to transform consciousness, believing mind shaped matter. Pacific Islander navigators used wayfinding, sensing stars and currents to cross oceans, a kind of mental projection. These are cousins to the Gateway's methods, blending focus and intuition to touch reality's deeper layers. Let's end with one final example. Imagine you want to rebuild a strained relationship. Normally, you'd tread carefully, expecting walls. That's a projection, and it often builds more. Instead, try this. Each night, visualize the bond healing. See the smiles, feel the warmth, hear the laughter. Hold that energy, not the hurt. I did this with a friend I drifted from. One day, out of the blue, they called, and we reconnected like no time had passed. The Gateway process says you're tuning to connection's frequency, inviting it in. So how do you start? No secret labs needed, just curiosity. Begin with meditation. 10 minutes a day, focusing on your breath, noticing how thoughts shape your world. Try Hemi-Sync tracks online. Many are free to deepen your state. Experiment with visualization. Before a challenge, picture it resolving beautifully. Feel the relief. Hold that spark. Keep a journal to track shifts. Small wins build trust. These are skills, not magic, growing like a muscle with practice. Let me leave you with a final piece of my story. Growing up, I thought reality was a machine, predictable, unyielding. In my 20s, I crashed. Anxiety, dead-end work, no path. Then I found meditation almost by mistake. I started small, picturing a life with purpose. Over time, things moved. Ideas sparked, people showed up, meaning grew. Was I shaping reality or seeing it clearly? The gateway process says both. It's not about forcing outcomes, but dancing with what's possible. Like tuning a radio to a brighter song. This document isn't just a study. It's a flare in the night. It says reality isn't a cage but a canvas, and you hold the brush. You're not a speck in the cosmos. You're a star, blazing with its light. What world will you paint today? Thank you for joining this epic ride. If it lit a spark, share it with someone who'd love reality's mysteries. Drop a thought below. What's one vision you'd weave into the universe? Let's keep this cosmic fire burning.